guys, welcome to another edition of the Football View. I'm AJ, and we've had another great weekend of football this week. Let's get stuck in with my game of the week. The champions losing at Goodison Park to the Toffees 3-1. It was a game that was won by the super sub that came on for Besic in the first half and got a hat-trick, Stephen Naismith. Perfect hat-trick, left foot, right foot, header. What more can you ask from your striker? A guy that was close, supposedly close to signing for Norwich in the transfer window, stayed for Everton and has become a hero. Even though matches did score a banger, it adds to Mourinho's defensive woes. They've conceded 12 goals already this season in the Premier League, having the worst defensive record in the Premier League so far. Considering they are the champions and they did have the best defensive record of last season. People are already saying there's a crisis, but it's early days. They can still turn it around. Even though the statistics do show a team that has made a start that Chelsea have made have not finished higher than third in the Premier League. So I'm guessing it's time for Jose Mourinho's men to break history. And there's already rumours going around. There's a bit of unrest in the squad that Diego Costa and Terry have had a bust up in training. But you see, the media should add into their problems. But I think Mourinho is a world-class manager and he's got enough to turn this side around. However, it's showing similarities to the time he walked out on Chelsea in 2007. But hopefully this is not the case and he can turn this around. But back to Martinez's men. They did have a bad start to this season, but since the Southampton game, they've looked like a very good team. And they played very well against Chelsea, dictated the game from the start to finish, even though you could say Chelsea did have more of the possession. And to another 3-1 victory, Manchester United versus Liverpool, the old rivalry starts again in the new season. First half was dull. Like, watching paint dry was better because both teams, it looked like both teams did not want to lose at the start of the game. Then Van Gaal took off who I thought was the worst player on the pitch, Depay, put on Ashley Young, who injected more pace. That was going down the byline, getting crosses in with a bit of skill, got a little zazz there. And he made that difference and turned the game around. The two talking points, which people will forget, is Benteke's won the goal. It was a fantastic goal. After Blind and Herrera made it 2-0, Benteke got a goal back, and you were thinking it's going to be all Liverpool towards the end of the game. You could tell from the stadium it was all tense. Then, the £36 million man, Anthony Martial, but before he's even kicked a ball, people have said he's going to be a flop, he's a waste of money. He came on and he erupted, made Old Trafford erupt. It was a beautiful solo goal, a bit Henry-esque, they said. And it did show a bit of that, but he's his own man, and it is only early day. But let's talk about it. It was a wonder goal. He dropped the shoulder, opened up his body. Young strikers in his position, you usually get them either trying to be fancy, trying to chip the keeper, or trying, to go around the keeper, or even passed it to Fellaini. But no, he opened his body, gave Mingale the eye, opened his body, and just into that corner. And it was a fine finish from the young man. But it's early days, so the United fans should not be getting a bit carried away. But hopefully it's a sign of good things to come. And it adds to Brendan Rodgers' roles. Because he's another manager next to Van Gaal that has spent a lot of money on his squad. And already the Liverpool fans are calling for his head. He's got so many players and he doesn't know how to gel them. Like, he put Danny Ings, who's an out-and-out striker, on the left side of midfield. At some parts in the match, he was playing at left back. That's not what you want from a striker. He needs a lot of soul searching, and he needs to sort this out. Or before, because I'm thinking he's the favourite for me personally to get the sack this season. And onto another team that's challenging for the title is Arsenal. Arsenal with a comfortable 2-0 victory. Stoke didn't turn up to that game. Let's be honest with you, but Ozil, that German magician, he's had a lot of creates, but he creates so many chances. But again, you can see Arsenal crying out for that striker. They're really crying out for him. And it's just sad. Even though the two strikers that they do have, which is Walcott and Giroud, did bang in the goals, but they had chances. And personally, if it's not working, both of them by themselves, I think you might as well just play them both together. Just try it. Who knows? Play to their strengths. Giroud is good in the air and he's got strength. He can hold the ball, knock it down for Walcott. You can just sprint onto it. So, a little large partnership. A bit like how it was Heskey. You had Heskey and Owen and you had Crouch and Defoe. It can work. And, play to your team's strengths, Wenger should do. But it was a very good win. And it was comfortable for the back five in Bellerin, what's his name? The Brazilian, Koscielny, and I think Monreal. Yeah, Monreal. And Petr Cech goal was comfortable for them. Paulista, that's his name. Sorry about that. Yeah, Paulista. So it was a comfortable victory. And onto the team that, the team to beat, at the time it was the top two playing, Crystal Palace versus Man City at Selhurst Park, which is a fortress. It's a place that big teams struggle to get points at. And Crystal Palace are looking like a force in this Premier League. They did play well in that match, but Man City, they've got so much strength in so many areas. Navas had a great chance, rounded the keeper and missed an open chance. But it goes to the young Nigerian, the teenager, pounced on the rebound from Nasri's shot, which was parried by McCarthy and tapped it in, became an instant hero in the Eastlands. That's again, you don't have to play well. That's how champions play. There's some games you don't have to play well and you grind out those victories. And that's what Man City showed there. They grinded out that victory. But the talking point is Aguero hobbling off injured, and it looks like he's going to miss the Juventus game tomorrow. But hopefully he can be fit and they can push on with their season. But another talking point was the handbag stuff with Pellegrini and Pardew. Pardew loves to get in it with managers. Remember him and Wenger? Let it get into a little brawl there. But it was all sorted out with a little handshake. And to a team that have been pushing, a team that everyone was thinking that they're contenders to get relegated, considering they have the Tinkerman in charge, was Leicester. Aston Villa, I was thinking Aston Villa were going to win this game. Took a 2-0 lead, two great goals. Grealish and Carlos Gil both getting their first goals in the league. But they took their foot off the gas. And Leicester pounced on that. And again, that guy Mahrez taking the game from the scruff of his neck, and anytime you see Mahrez in the ball, you just feel, even the stadium just lifts up, like he's gonna do something special, and that's what he done. And he's got that little zag as well, and something special gonna came back from 2-0 to win 3-2. You could tell Tim Sherwood was disappointed in this here. He was furious from his boys letting that lead slip. Like in the Premier League, you shouldn't be letting those leads slip. You should be being able to control the game from when you're 2-0 up, control the game, take the sting out of the game to not allow your opponents to get into the game. But all praise has to go to Leicester for keeping their heads up and coming back and winning that game. Off to West Brom versus Southampton, a boring game, to be honest. It was awful. The only highlight I could think of was Stekelenburg nearly making a clanger goal. You could just see Pele was like, oh my goodness, nearly a bad mistake. But you could, from looking at the match, it looked like it was two teams that didn't want to lose. And off to the next game, two promoted teams, Norwich versus Bournemouth. Norwich have had quite a decent start to the Premier League, but it was all down to Houlihan. Where's Houlihan? He had a great game, set up Cameron Jerome, had a fine finish. I think he was involved in Matt Jarvis. If it wasn't, it was Dorrans that was involved in Matt Jarvis's goal to give them a comfortable 3-1 lead. Still think they're going to get relegated, but Bournemouth need to learn again to take their chances. And there were a bit of errors in some of those goals as well. But Bournemouth, they need to, if they can sort these things out, maybe, and I say maybe, they can stay in the Premier League. And off to a team that's a relegation candidate, Spurs. I'm joking. Sunderland versus Spurs. It was an okay game. Sunderland will feel that they could have got a point out of it. They did have some chances with Defoe having a great chance. In front of goal, you'd expect him. You could bet, you put your mortgage on him banging it, and he kind of made a mess of it. But it's all about the talking point of that game was Spurs' goal. It was a joy to watch. 20 passes leading to Mason's goal. It was a delight. Just, moving the ball, dictating the play. Suddenly couldn't stop it, and then Lamela puts that through ball for Mason. Mason just gives it that little dink over what's it called, Pentillion, and it was a good team goal from Spurs. But Mason hobbles off injured. But the talking point again, Harry Kane failing to score for Tottenham again. Maybe it's him changing the number on his shirt. Maybe he should go back to wearing number 18 again. That's where all the goals were. Maybe number 10 is not for him. But with a striker, it only takes one goal, maybe even a penalty just to give them that confidence to step on from there. And then another promoted team, Watford versus Swansea. A match that you would have felt, considering the start they made, that Swansea will win. Even though Swansea did dictate the game from the start, but they did invite Watford back into the game. And Troy Deeney, the captain, who terrorised the championship defences last year, and I think he was the leading goal scorer in the championship. I think he was. Just nodded it down to Igalo, who just banged it in with a nice finish. But again, another English striker that we felt that he would be the leading goal scorer for his club. Hasn't even scored a goal for them. But again, hopefully he will step on from there. But the talking point in that match has to be Barami's stupid red card. I don't know what it is with these players. Like, put their teams in that predicament. Like, there's no need to leave your foot in that chat. No need at all to do that. And they do that. And he could have cost his team that match. And he's gonna rightfully serve a 3-match ban. A deserved 3-match ban. I don't know why players put their teams in that position. It's just stupidity, utter stupidity, and he's lucky they managed to win the game in the end. But it's good to see Watford get their season up and running with that win. A deserved victory, I must say. And off to Monday Night Football, West Ham versus Newcastle, Steve McDonagh versus Slaven Bilic, Wally in the Bolly versus the Croatian. You know their history. Bilic knocked out Steve McLaren's England team out qualification for the Euro 2008, which England fans will never forget. Oh God, how can I? We all thought it was an easy group for England, and he messed it up. He fucked it up. Let's just be honest with you. And he fucked up this match as well. West Ham, that guy again, Dimitri Payet, that magician, that French magician, only costing 11 million for West Ham. Scored 2 great goals. For the second goal, Moses was unlucky. He had a great debut personally. He done all the hard work and hits the bar, but Payet shows composure because in his position, you see many players bang it over the bar, but he had the composure. Watched the ball come down and he banged it in. Comfortable finish. Newcastle again. You just don't know where the goal's coming from. They just lack everything. They buy all these players, spend. Another team that spends a lot of money and they just buy crap every year. And I feel sorry for them because they have a great fan base. And it's sad for those travelling fans to watch such an abysmal away performance. And then the relegation zone. I think they're even 20th in the league. And with how they're playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they get relegated. But there needs to be a lot of improvement in that team. Like, maybe they need to invest in young English talents because it seems like these foreign players aren't doing nothing for them. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Do you think Newcastle need to trust the English talent they have instead of buying foreign players that tend to do nothing? But again, thanks guys for watching this. I'm AJ. Don't forget to leave your likes and even your dislikes and tell me your reason why. Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm your boy AJ. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and safe.